Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sequoia Lending. Love to see everyone, energetic people on a Wednesday night. So, welcome you wherever you are in the country. I see people in New York, all the way in California, in Texas, in Chicago, all over the place. Again, that's what Sequoia's platform is all about. We are an open platform that our hope is to disrupt the commercial lending industry to provide a platform so people like you and I can come on board to tap into our resources. Okay. So today we are going to step a step back a little and talk about the one of the program that we already introduced about 3 or 4 months ago, which is the SMERF program, the wellness program. Many of us already start signing up businesses into this platform. If you do not know what this program is all about, I would suggest you to please go to our YouTube channel. There's a playlist called SMERP, SIMERP. All the training that we have done for that particular program, it is in the YouTube. And if you do not know how to get access to the YouTube channel, let me show you. Let me share with you how to get access to the YouTube channel. So this is our website. So for every single one of you who join our Sequoia network, you should have a website just like this. So all you have to do is just to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website and click on the YouTube channel, which is, it looks like this, right? You come in here, you go to the playlist, and you will see a playlist. The first playlist is called Smurf. So all the training, discussion about Smurf, it's right here. So I suggest everybody, if you do not know what it is, or if you forgot about this, please go back to this channel and review it and watch all the video. Okay. Um, Now also, I would suggest everybody to connect to us on our Facebook page, because that's where we put out all the announcements, put out all the flyers and information, so on and so forth. There's a pool of information in our Facebook page. So why are we going to talk about Smurf again? It's because I realized, you know, you don't know what you don't know, right? So I realized that this Smurf program is not just what it is. Yes, the wellness program, it has the benefit for those of us um, who sign up a company onto this program already. We realize that a lot of the businesses can get benefits such as health insurance, life insurance, dental, vision, and they're all no net cost to the employee and no net cost to the employer. But what I didn't know is that actually they are add-on to the Smurf program. It's just like you go out there, buy a car. Whatever they show you is the basic model. Now you can upgrade it to a leather seat. You can upgrade it to a navigation system, whatever that might be. And actually, in the Smurf program, by talking to the expert out there, we can actually add extra component or extra benefit to the Smurf platform. And guess what? Every single one of this component that add on or benefit that add on to this particular program, we as the agent will get more pay. Now, currently, as where we are right now, we are getting paid $9.20 per employee per month. What does it mean? You sign up a company that has 10 employees, you are getting $92 a month every single month. You go out there, you continue to build your business. You get to 100 employees. Now you're getting paid $920 every single month. You do the math. You get to 1,000 employee, 2,000 employee, 5,000 employee. You can imagine what your income looks like. And this is not a one-time thing. This is month after month after month after month, as long as they stay in the program. So where can you find a business out there? Where can you find a program out there that you got nothing to sell? We are not selling anything, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have anything to sell right here. All we are trying to do right here is to promote a wellness program that can keep have the happier employee, healthier employee. They will stay at where they are to help the businesses. So I don't So well, every time when I talk about something like this, I got very, very excited about this. It's just because I can see the potential, I can smell it, and probably you see the Facebook. I posted a fly out there. Personally, I signed up a few company already. Right? Why am I doing this? There are many reasons for me to do this, and there are many reasons for you to do this. No matter how good it is, I have a philosophy. I always keep that cautiously optimistic about everything. So until myself tried it out and make sure that it works, I go through the process. I'm not going to ask anybody to do it. So that is why ever since we promoted the Smurf program, I have not yet been really promoting it, right? Probably you already realize it. It's why it's behind the scene. A few of us actually kind of smooth out the process, try to get through the process, try to understand the process, try to shorten out the process and make sure this thing is smooth out before we really push out. So again, we already have, for example, like Raymond up in New York, he already has a few companies that sign up. I believe that Nelson, he has a company that ready to sign up. Personally, I signed up a few companies, so on and so forth. So again, that is what is happening behind the scene. So with that being said, I would suggest you, because right now the process is already smooth out. I suggest you, instead of just listening to us, getting excited, you get more excited when you sign up your first company, when you see your first paycheck. So I suggest everybody go out there, make a decision, go out there to act, to sign up one company in August. Tomorrow is the first day of August. Don't wait until September. Don't wait until October. Make yourself a commitment in the month of August. I need to sign up at least one company with minimum 3 employees. I don't need you to go through 100. A lot of people are so excited about 100 employees, 200 employees. Forget about this. All you need is just 3 employees right now to get this thing start off. So make yourself that commitment. Now, back to what I'm trying to say. Finally, I understand that this is more like an add-on. You can actually add more and more and more product and services onto the Smurf program. And tonight, we are going to share with you one of the add-on to this particular program that will add extra $3.80 to your pay. Now, today, you are getting paid how much? $9.20. Am I right? If your client can qualify for this particular benefit that one of our advisor, Mr. Corey Stock, is going to share with you tonight, you will get paid $13 per employee per month. That is a 40% jump. That is a 40% jump, ladies and gentlemen. So think about this now. You get a thousand employee, you are getting paid $13,000 a month. That is huge. That is year after year, month after month, ladies and gentlemen. So what is this thing about? I'm not going to ruin the movie, but I just want to share with you. It's saving on prescription drug. And this particular benefit is exclusive to Sequoia. It's exclusive to Sequoia, which means that only you can promote this particular benefit out there. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce our speaker tonight, Mr. Corey Stock. He has been helping us signing up a lot of companies. He's an expert in this field and he's very, very resourced. The partner that he's working on this particular benefit, I'm sure that he's going to introduce you. I'm sure that he's going to talk about a little bit about his partner, that he's actually the one that writing the law and regulation for this particular program. So without further ado, Corey, the floor is yours.
All right, folks. I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. And there's a lot of reasons to be excited about what I'm going to present to you. But you, as Sequoia, being the elitist, if you will, in this space, y'all are a carved out niche of experts that have all of these different pieces that employers need. At this point, with this product, and then pairing something else with it that is just a no-brainer, which I hate to use the phrase because there are some folks out there walking around without brains, and I may offend them. But in the space y'all are in and the niche you've carved out for yourself, you've got all point solutions. And now, in this particular niche, you have the competitive edge. that nobody else has. You're for now, and you get to pair something that any employer would be crazy not to support in pairing it with Smurf. So it's an incredible closing tool. Once you tell an employer, look, if I can get you benefits that I know you've been looking for because you care about your employees' health and you care about your employees' family's health, and they're your number one resource in business. If I can get you all benefits for them, and it didn't cost you anything, and it didn't cost them anything, is there any reason that you wouldn't give me a moment to show you how we do it? I'm not asking for any commitment by any means. I just want to put the information in front of you, and then you decide which way you want to go. And if you do like it, we're going to make sure that each of your employees can fund with freed up tax dollars, money that's already coming out of their check and they don't know how it's directly benefiting them at all. Any prescription that's generic, completely free through a subscription service. I'll share my screen real quick. This is my partner. Let's see. All right, can we see it? Yeah, there we go. So this is our partner, BaxRx. John Kelly and his son Jack have developed it. One of their partners is the chairman of United Healthcare. And John developed the regulation around ICHRA, or ICRA, it's also known as an individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement. That's a different topic for a different day, but this program, they have figured out a way to source at deep discounted rates through a subscription service and an application the ability to get generic prescriptions, which most people are taking. Hardly ever do you get a prescription that's not generic because brand names are just way too expensive, and you don't want those on the group health plan, burdening that insurance. Completely free, as long as they're a user. So BaxRx is a free mobile app. It can be downloaded in the App Store, Google Play Store. So it doesn't matter if you got an iPhone or an Android. The users save up to 90% on their prescriptions at nearly every pharmacy in America. And then BaxRx Plus members, if they upgrade their subscription and their employer can fund this with the tax savings, or employees can use freed up tax dollars to fund this. So it's still no net cost to them. It's money that's already coming out of their budget. And the most prescribed generic drugs, over 815 medications, they can be picked up at any pharmacy in America for free, or they deliver them directly to the user's home in 1 to 3 days, also for free. Now, if you're getting prescriptions on your health insurance, you know that to have them delivered to your home is a $20 copay alone. So if you're able to recover just the shipping cost, this program is paid for itself. So the subscription cost is $24.95. Again, it's funded with either tax savings from the employer or the employee, so no net cost, along with the ability for BaxRx Plus to be sold directly to employers and individuals. We'll cover the other part another day, but employers can cover the prescription needs of all their employees by purchasing a subscription for all of them. So that additional benefit helps round out a sponsored benefits package and is increased, and this is real data, doesn't care about what I think, 91% increase in employee retention and satisfaction. Why is the employee retention piece so important, right? If you're talking to an employer, they already know how extensive turnover is. When they lose an hourly paid employee, the average cost to replace them is $4,500. When they lose a salaried employee at a C level, the average cost is up to three times that employee's annual salary. You mean to tell me they would fret at a $24.95 per user if they had to pay for it, which they don't, in order to avoid having to pay 3 times the annual salary to an employee that's going to leave for better benefit? I don't think so. They'll take this all day long. So the difference in BaxRx, there's lots of prescription discounts out there, right? Like GoodRx and things like that. But what really sets them apart is they utilize their own US-based pharmacy. It's right there in Ohio. They store, deliver, everything. They've got the pharmacist there. They're advisors to the subscribers, so that you can call into this pharmacy, ask about the medication. They'll give you a full walkthrough, talk about medications that you may have taken before that didn't work for you, and they'll coordinate with your doctor to come up with a prescription plan for you and stay within a generic. So they put together the minds of people with different expertises, including pharmacy, healthcare distribution, healthcare product building, and the technology they've developed all themselves. So to employers, you can tell them, look, you get to offer a unique benefit basically nobody has. Nobody else is offering this like Sequoia is going to be able to. You have the competitive edge. While there may be anybody in the space pop up and talk about no net cost benefits, Sequoia Lending, you get to tell them, look, you may be talking about this with someone else. You may have heard about this with someone else, but none of them can offer you a subscription that all of your employees, no matter the generic prescription that there is, they get it free. Not at a discount, free. You keep that entire burden off of your group health plan. That's something that whoever you're competing with, if anybody, is just not going to be able to do. So you got the ability to pay for all, simply make it a voluntary benefit, or they pair it with some MERP, and it's no net cost. There's zero maintenance. They take care of everything. There's no obligation. They cancel it anytime they want to. And they recruit and train better talent, control the cost, and they got some negotiation power when it comes to group health plan and those rates. So this is what the app looks like. Anybody can download it and use it. You just sign up with Google or sign up with Apple, put your information in, and you get a discount card. It walks you directly through it. As you can see, it couldn't be more simple. This is the welcome screen. You can search for the prescription that you're taking. You can use your card, show your back, you click use your card, and it shows it directly to the pharmacist. So you get your discount, or you get them free, and you can upgrade to Backstar X Plus, which is what employer groups pay for and subscribe to. It looks just like any prescription card or any insurance card. All right, so you just go to your user face, tap the card, show it to the pharmacist, that's it. And it shows you what pharmacies that medication is available at. You click the medication, gives you the address, the direction, choose the dosage, whatever the prescription calls for. It's got a search history. You save those prescriptions to the dashboard so that every time you go to the pharmacist, you may not remember exactly what the thing is called. I know my grandpa, I think he takes something lamb, and he always calls it spam, so they don't know what he's talking about. So it's good to have a reference for what you're taking when you go to the pharmacy. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple user face, but more importantly, folks, y'all got the competitive edge. If you weren't good already, now you don't need to be. It's really incredible. And to add that kind of compensation, now, y'all are in the double digit per employee per month. And I know I went over this illustration in the last call I did with you all, but this shows the potential for your income, right? In the county I live in Texas, a very small town and a very small county, there are 2,756 small businesses that have between 5 and 500 employees. Most of those are under 100 employees. Let's say I go and get 10% of the businesses that are in the county. That's 275 businesses. And I'm going to install some MERP for all of them. I'm going to get the per employee per month commission and the Vaxar X prescription. So y'all are making $13 per employee per month. That's $3,575. And it doesn't stop coming. Let me tell you why. I've never seen an employer get off this plan. Nobody goes back to paying more taxes. Nobody has ever told me, you know what? Yeah, my employees, they like having benefits at no net cost. I like having tax savings, but we really just want to pay more taxes. And my employees, they really would rather pay for benefits out of pocket, reducing their income. They'd be a bunch of Looney Tunes. So extremely competitive edge y'all have, folks. Out of 275 businesses, let's say they only have 10 employees each, right? That's 2,750 employees. And you get $13 each. That's $35,750 a month. And you only had to do the deal one time. I've been in the car business. I've been in pharmaceutical. I've been in insurance. And when you go sell something, it's the perfect time to go sell something else. Because you have to get, you're a hero at the end of the month and a zero at the beginning of the month. And once you've made the sale, your income is over, right? This is an incredibly lucrative opportunity. You never ask someone to write a check. How hard is it to sell something when you got to price the money out of somebody's pocket? But when you get to let them know Uncle Sam's going to let you keep this money, and then you can use it to do this, and you must use it to do this if you're going to keep the money. It's a no-brainer. So props to Alan for letting me introduce this to you all as a Sequoia Lending unique product offering that we're going to pair with your SMERP deals. And I understand there's a lot of moving pieces in SMERP. Don't worry about all that. Folks, when I started doing this, I knew one thing to say and nothing else. If I can reduce your expenses and give all your employees benefits at no net cost, would you get on a call with me to see how we do it? And they'd say, well, what do you mean? How do you do that? Well, I'd love to tell you, but I know you're a busy business owner. So I'm going to get you on the call with a subject matter expert and we'll go over it. No problem. You take yourself out of the equation. Don't get caught up in answering a bunch of questions. Just position yourself as a consultant that's going to connect them with your partner that knows everything that there is to know about the program. So look, I'm not going to do you any justice sitting here telling you all about insurance and all that. I want a dedicated time that you and I can get on a call with our subject matter expert so that he can do this justice and help you understand every moving piece and how it's going to be a benefit to you. Fair enough? Fair enough.
Great. Thank you so much, Corey. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very simple product. We all know what it is. The Smurf, we already know what the Smurf is, and this is just the add-on to what Smurf is all about. So, Corey, we do have a few questions right here. Judah is asking, can this card be used on CVS and Walgreens?
Yes, almost every pharmacy in America.
Every pharmacy in America. Great. So, guys, you got it. So, everywhere you can go to, you can use this card. And also, Caroline's asking, will this cover prescriptions for someone who is diabetic?
Yes, absolutely. So, one second, I got a slide for that actually.
Okay. So now this extra feature right here definitely helps out a lot, because what we realize, what we come across is that a lot of the business are telling us that, oh, I already have benefit, I don't need this, I don't need that. Okay, fine. Now we're adding this extra piece onto the SMART program, letting them that, hey, now I can give you free drugs or up to 90%. Why not sign up? Right? Okay, go ahead.
So this is what Nelson and I were talking about earlier. He had a great question, and I had to jump off the call. But this diabetes program that's in this VaxRx subscription, their insulin price is only $19.88 per vial. That's the lowest prices on insulin and testing strips in the country. They get a free glucose meter, low-cost testing strips, Lancets, oral medications like metformin, glyburide, and a lot of other stuff. So, and 1 in 3 Americans, they're pre-diabetic. They're either going to be taking a prescription for diabetes, be on some insulin at some point, hopefully reverse some of those things. But at a time when everybody's wallets are shrinking, folks, this is a resource that everybody needs to have access to. Great question.
Okay, great. So there's a few more questions. Are prescriptions shipped from the warehouse in Ohio or pharmacies they have near them?
So they are shipped from the warehouse in Ohio if you want them delivered, or you can always have them picked up at CVS or Walgreens, most of which deliver now. Walmart Pharmacy delivers now. Amazon.com. I didn't know if y'all knew that, but Amazon.com has their own pharmacy now where they deliver. So,
Great. Wonderful. And Rob is asking, how does this program help the government when companies sign up?
well, you're reducing cost and usage on the healthcare system. So when these prescription drugs that the group health plan is currently forking over the cost of the majority of is removed from that group health plan, now the insurance company doesn't see the burden of that at all. The insurance company is going to be able to reduce rates overall, making things a little more affordable again, a little at a time.
Great. Mr. Cohen is asking, go over how there's no net cost. Why there's no net cost?
Of course. So an employee is currently paying into FICA taxes right now, right? By participating in this program, we pre-tax a self-insured premium, and that creates a difference in taxes. So now they're paying less taxes. The difference between what they were paying and what they're now paying is what they use to select benefits with, right? So if it's $150 a month, which is the average, most employees get about 150 bucks a month they could spend on benefits. $24.99 of that is currently going to the government, but it can be sourced directly to them. So where they were giving it away, anyhow, now they can use it to buy the subscription, and their generics are completely free, making it a no net cost,
All right.
like the
So,
other benefits they select.
so if you want to find out more, please, we do have a very extensive training on Smurf program to explain to you why it's no net cost. So again, it's on our YouTube channel. Please watch the Smurf presentation. Okay. Also, another question is, what is the out-of-pocket copay versus Bex RX?
There's no well, it depends on your insurance if you're talking about it in that regard. But BaxRx, there's no additional cost. It's $24.99 a month, and that's controllable. Whereas with an insurance plan, you don't know what the rate is going to go up or down at, right? But if you know that for $24.99 a month, your generics are completely covered for free, that's peace of mind. And then in the SMERT program, those prescriptions are probably being called in through a representative in the wellness application, right? I've designated them as my primary care physician. I don't ever have to see a doctor anymore. I don't call and make an appointment. I don't have to sit in the lobby, anything. I touch one button on an app and bam, up pops a doctor. He writes the prescription, BaxRx pays for it.
Okay, great. So there's another question right here. Basically, it's asking about the process. Are two separate calls required for Bex, Bex RX and Smurf? So I think, Corey, go over the process. So let's say somebody have a client that submitted the payroll journal and W-4, and we received the proposal. So share with us from the proposal what happened. How can we go from the proposal to the enrollment?
Absolutely. So, and that's such an important piece because if you don't know what the next steps is, right? If there's this element of mystery after the proposal, then you're going to realize a little bit at a time, oh, there's more to do, and then there's more to do, and that's frustrating if you don't know, if you don't have an expectation of what's to come. So it is a little bit of a process. We get a proposal done because they've submitted all the payroll paperwork that we need, right? You're going to schedule a call with your client, yourself, and me. I'm going to review the proposal with them, talk about how incredible the tax savings are, all of the benefits for them as an employer, and all of the benefits for their employees. And typically, I do a one call close. So, hey, this is what it is. This is what your tax savings are. This is an example of what this employee is going to be able to get every month with freed up tax dollars, reducing all these different things that you're paying for. So, is this something that you would like to implement in your business? And more often than not, I'm always shocked when someone says no, and then I got to start selling, right? No doesn't mean no. It just means no, I don't have enough information or not yet. So I always know that there's some piece they didn't understand. So that proposal review call, let's say it goes well, and then I'm going to roll right into a welcome call. I'm going to start getting all their information loaded onto a job form that the partner uses to put their contracts together. As soon as I click go, they put the contract together, they send it to the employer. We schedule the group presentation, we present to the group, and then we start the enrollment. Each employee will have a link to schedule an enrollment session. It takes less than 20 minutes. They get to select their benefits. It shows them exactly how much that allowance they have. And I just let them know, look, as long as you stay within this allowance, your take home pay is not going to change. And you get all these additional benefits. How awesome is that? And they always go, hey, that's pretty awesome. Sometimes I can't even spend the whole allowance. And then they get a raise because the difference goes back onto their check. So we get an incredible responses with this from employees. And then once every employee is enrolled that wants to participate, we close the deal. They're invoiced at the end of that month. The invoice is open for 5 days, and they can change it if any employees left or came on. And then the invoice is reconciled between the 1st and 5th of the month the following month. But there's a series of calls with that employer that need to be completed before everything is done and enrollment starts.
All right. So it's very, very important for every single one of us to follow up with the employer to do the call with Corey. We don't need you to do it, but we need you to coordinate with the employee. So again, it is your job to go out there to let them know what this program is. It's your job to go out there to follow up. Follow up is very, very important. Follow up, that is what makes you the $13 per employee per month. And we've seen some of the clients not able to get it done. It's just because, the employer is dragging their feet and they're not setting up the calls. And again, we need to close the deal, right? You work hard, you get them the proposal, they liked it, it's a great program, but you just need to work, harder to get them onto the call with Corey. And another question, Corey, is the $24.99 cost for individual or for the family?
It covers that individual employee.
Okay. Another question, clean up copay again. Asking about the copay. I think
Yeah, there's no copay as long as it's one of those generic prescriptions and they're a subscriber, whether they're a subscriber because the employee is paying for it with freed up tax dollars or the employer is
right.
paying for it with freed up tax dollars. As long as they're a subscriber, there's no copay because this is not insurance.
Okay, good. Another question, Andre, you're asking what is the minimum number of employee? Three full-time employee. Okay, what defines a full-time employee? Number one, they need to work minimum 30 hours a week. 30 hours a week. Number two, they need to file minimum $30,000 a year for their income. Okay, 30 hours a week, $30,000 a year as an income. Yes, you will get the recording. So again, every single training that we do is all on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. You don't have to ask for me. You will get it. So once you subscribe to it, you click the little bell button, and every time when we upload a video, you will get a notification. Okay, definitely you'll get it. Does this, Alicia is asking, does this covers specialty medications? There are different tier and classifications.
Yes, so anything that's not generic is up to 90% off. This company has already negotiated deep discounts with all of these pharmaceutical companies, and the discount is significant.
Okay, very good. Now, there's another question from Rob saying that, hey, how can we get a hold of Corey when we have an employer? So now, Rob, this is what you need to do. Okay. First of all, it's your jobs to go out there to introduce this program to the employer. Let them know that there's a smart program out there that we can provide free benefit to your employees. Now, once they're interested in it, this is what you do. Is everybody seeing the screen right now? Are you seeing the screen? Did I share my screen? Okay, good. So you have your own website like this. Go to product, go to wellness, workplace wellness, and click on apply. So right here, your client is going to fill out the information right here. And after they hit submit, they will go to another page. It's called Titan file, where they will upload the W-4 and payroll journal. And once that information is uploaded to the secure site, Corey will get it. And from that point on, the company is going to generate a proposal. We will send a proposal to you. And once you receive the proposal, we will connect you and Corey will give you his Zoom calendar link that you can schedule a call with the employer and Corey together. Okay. So you have full access to Corey. What is the cost for the family? There's no cost. Am I right, Corey?
That's right. So with the MaxRx, it covers just the employee in that group.
Right. Correct. So again, this product right here, this service right here, there's no cost, no net cost. Well, there are always costs, but who picked up the cost? Is the government pick up the tab. So no cost to the employer and no cost to the employee. And that is the selling point, to go out there to let them know that, hey, we are helping you to get the free benefits. Okay. So any other questions? What audience are we selling to? All businesses. All businesses that has a minimum 3 full-time employees, you can sell this to. Now, let me share with you our experience. Okay. Our experience is this. Any employee that has approximately between 7 to 50, this is group of employees that can very easy to sign up. The reason being is it's a small company. It doesn't have to go through a chain of command. It doesn't have to go through so many different people to get to the decision maker. Normally, when you have a company that has about 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 people, you can talk to the owner directly, and they can actually make the decision right there and then. Now, anything that below 7 people, we found that actually is very difficult. Why? Is because they don't see much saving. They don't want to go through all these hassles. So for example, you have a restaurant that have 3 employees. I mean 3 employees. To them, a lot of them, they don't care about the saving, because remember one thing, every employee that enroll into the program, for the employer, he will receive $630 per employee per year saving on the payroll tax. So if you have 3 employees, you're talking about $2,000. So to a lot of these businesses owner, they don't even want to go through it. But however, once you get to a certain number, like 7, 8, 9, 10, now you're seeing a few $1,000s saving a year. Now it caught their attention. Now anything that above 50, now it's a mid-sized company that you might not get to the boss directly. You might go to the HR, you might go to the office manager or COO, whoever that might be. They might not be able to make the decision right there and then. You have to go through a lot of layer before you can get to the decision maker. So that is why we see a lot of people going out there to hit the big company, saying, oh, this company get 4,000 people. This company got 1,000 people. Well, I mean, cautiously optimistic, right? So this kind of company, it's not easy to sign up, and you end up spending a lot of time with them, and end up they were saying that, oh, let me, again, I need to wait for the next fiscal year. Things like this. So my suggestion to you is that focusing from 7 to 50 or 5 to 50 employee with this group range. Now, how do you get to this group of people? Obviously, warm market. Do the post onto your social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever that might be. Let people know now you have the capability to provide something like this. Okay. What I do is that we go to Chamber of Commerce. We just had Corey, why don't you share with us? We just had a meeting with Sacramento, California, the Asian Chamber of Commerce, and you spoke to Allison. Sorry, not Alicia, Allison. So share with us that experience.
Absolutely. Not just that group, but
Yep.
so many chambers are starting to pile in now that they're seeing what's going on. PEOs are coming on with us. I'm partnering with three different PEOs now. Those PEOs, they own all of the employees that they're supplying to other businesses, and they're providing them the benefits. So if I can share my screen real quick, I'll show you a little trick that I use when I got started, that helped me figure out who I needed to speak with, right? So there's a website called ProPublica, and this website will show you exactly every business that got federal money, like a PPP loan. So when you go to the website, it's project.propublica.org. That's /coronavirus/bailouts. All right. So I'm going to put a zip code that's close to me. So when you get here, you can search by industry. You can put in trucking. You can put in hospital. You can put in credit union. And it's going to pull up every single entity in that category, in that zip code, in that state that you search for. So let's do this. Let's search 77630. It's right down the street from me. And I'm about to see who got Uncle Sam's money. Maybe. And there's some pretty interesting statistics on here that are good to know going into this industry, because you realize what a need there is for what we do. So in 77630, the first one, Charlie Corporation in Orange, Texas, they got $172,600. I'm going to click on that. Here's how many jobs they reported, or employees that they reported that they had: 22. So I know they got $172,600. All but a few bucks of that was forgiven. They had 22 employees. I know how long they've been in business. I know what kind of industry it is. That's home health care services. So I can call them and say, "Hey, this is Corey. I'm a local agent here, or a local consultant here. I do my best to call as many people as I can in a day, because of how excited I am about a program that gives you, a business owner in my hometown, the ability to provide benefits to your employees at no net cost." And I was looking over your information here. Back in so and so, you got the PPP loan, so you are familiar with some tax incentives and government incentives, and that's what this is. So I know you're busy right now. You're a business owner. There's no way you can take 30 minutes out of your day, unannounced. But if this is something you'd be interested in, I got this day open and I got this day open. Give them two choices, because the human mind, it's the path of least resistance to solve for an equation rather than come up with a new scenario, right? So you give someone two options. Thursday and Monday, I've got morning or afternoon available. So both times I gave them two choices. Thursday's great for me. Great. Is morning or afternoon a better time to get on a call? Probably morning early. Perfect. I've got Thursday morning at 9 a.m. available. Grab a pen and write this down. Now, why do I ask them to grab a pen? Because if you can have them take a physical action over the phone, they're more engaged, and you know what kind of prospects you got, and you know what kind of interest they have in what you're telling them. They go get a pen and say, "Write this down. Thursday, this time, this is the date, this is my name. Go ahead and give me your email. I've got my pen handy." Take down their email, schedule the appointment. It sends them the link and the invitation, and we'll all be on the call together when the time comes. So pretty good resource for gathering some intel.
Wow, this is fantastic. Again, now you have a lot of homework to do. There's there's free leads out there, and there's another website out there called SBA.org. So you can maneuver around with SBA. SBA again, you can find out how many people is getting SBA loans and so on and so forth. You can definitely feel free to contact those people. Okay. Well, this is absolutely exciting. Anyone else? So I posted that website on the chat box. So feel free to copy it and start calling people, start doing search in your neighborhood. So there's no reason for any one of us not able to make 6 digit by the end of this year. I'm not talking about next year. I'm not talking about year after that. I'm talking about in the next 4 months, in the next 5 months. There's no reason for any one of us not to be able to make 6 digits. Okay. So Corey, if you don't mind, talk about this program. Who is behind it? You share with me somebody named John Kelly, and let us know what is the credential about this program.
Yeah, so John Kelly's an incredible guy. He's him and his son have developed most of the technology surrounding these things. And they also wrote the regulations. I mean, when you read the law, it came out of John Kelly's brain on individual coverage health reimbursement arrangement. And that is reducing health insurance costs by 30 to 60% for many employers across the country. It hadn't really caught on yet. They're kind of in the same space that we're in with Murph and Whimper. Um, and the market is huge. It's untapped, less than 2% penetration. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if all you did is pick up the phone and start dialing random numbers, at some point you're going to hit a business that is paying too much for healthcare. And those are some of the questions you want to ask, right? So, I always, to gauge interest and to pique interest, I'll ask them things like, how engaged are your employees in the wellness programs, or how important is employee health and wellness to your company? And you want to be asking the questions, because if they're asking the questions, you're getting interrogated, right? So no matter what it is, I always ask them, well, that's a great question. What's important to you? I respond with that question, because now they're going to tell me which piece I need to give them to show them that this is a value to them. Right now, I don't mean to get into I'm a sales trainer. I love doing that stuff. So sorry to veer off the path, but John Kelly's other partner is the chairman of United Healthcare, one of the biggest healthcare organizations that there is. Nelson reminded me earlier that they're the official healthcare partner for AARP. Huge organization. Everybody knows what AARP is. So the credentials are there. The regulation regarding programs like this company is very familiar with it because they wrote a lot of it.
Okay, great. Also, there's another question right here saying that can you emphasize, is this just for individual employee, or is it for the whole family? I believe that the SMRF program can be a family, right? Can cover
The SMRF program is, yes. The Affordable Care Act mandates that everything is guaranteed issue. There are no health questions, and it's got to be made available to the employee, their spouse, and their children up to age 26 that are dependent. So pretty incredible. That's another thing you can ask employers. Out of the employees you have right now, that crazy health insurance cost that you're covering, how many of your employees are participating in the program? Now, I've got one client with 22,000 employees, and only 9% of those are participating in the group health. Why? Well, some of them don't qualify because of their health. Interesting. So a wellness program would probably be of interest to them, right? Great questions to be asking them. So if you had a wellness program that improved the population of their health, maybe some of those could potentially qualify for more affordable health insurance. Maybe so. And then cost. Cost is the big reason most of them are not participating. You all know how crazy insurance rates are right now. Reuters came out with an article about a month ago. Rates are supposed to triple in the next 5 years.
Yep.
People all across this country are going to be working just to have health insurance. That's all it's going to cover for many people. But if health wasn't the reason they couldn't participate, and cost wasn't the reason they couldn't participate, do you think more of them would get the coverage that they need? Absolutely. Well, I know they will, because out of my own personal groups, we've got 97% participation compared to 9% and 10% and less than 20% almost across the board in every group that you come across.
Okay, great. Last, well, it looks like we almost run out of time. So many of you ask, how do we get marketing materials and things like this, right? So they're all actually in your back office. So let me share with you where to get them. So first of all, you have to have your own website, okay? So when you have your own website, you go to your back office, my back office right here. So from here, you scroll to the left column, you will see something called marketing right here. On marketing, you will see something called marketing material. Okay. And if you click on it, you will see product, flyers, brochure, so on and so forth. And in there, you will see something called wellness program. So you click on it, all the information that you need about wellness program is in that folder. So grab as much as you need, find out what you need to do, find out what information that you need, and let us know how we can help. And I see somebody's asking, hey, is that a script? Yeah, we can definitely come up with a script, right? So, but however, personally, I don't like to use script because every one of us is different. We approach to our client differently. But if you need it, definitely we will ask our marketing team to come up with some sort of script. And I know that Corey is going to send us more marketing material just specifically for this product also, which is going to be uploaded to the folder as well. So for the last few minutes, Corey, if you don't mind, share with us. This is just one of the add-on to the Smurf program, and there will be more and more add-on to the platform. Am I correct saying that?
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a product coming. I just had a conference call with them again yesterday. And I don't know, I have no clue what the compensation in regard to it is going to be, but it's another thing that employees can pay for with freed up tax dollars that are currently going somewhere. They don't know how it's directly benefiting them. I'm sure it is somehow, but we just don't see it. So for $85 a month, an employee will be able to select a product that provides a full funeral arrangement, viewing room, whether it's cremation or burial, the casket, the ceremony. The only thing it won't cover is the cemetery property and the opening and closing. Folks, that is huge. For 7 members of your family, $85 a month. That's insane to me. I came out of the funeral business and the pre-need business. I can tell you that one space in the last cemetery I was over was $19,000 for one cemetery plot. The average cost of a headstone, depending on the demographic or the culture, many cultures, the average cost is $50,000 for a piece of granite. Sure, it's going to be there forever, but that's important to so many people. And at a time, at the worst time in their lives, they have to pull together, do GoFundMe's, do a fish fry, do a barbecue, and it just isn't supposed to be that way, folks. So we found another resource. It's not an insured product, so you don't have to have any license to market it or anything. These folks have figured out a way through a subscription service for $85 a month. It covers 7 members of their family. If the body has to go out of the country, they cover the plane ticket for one member of the family and the transport. And some of those things may sound morbid to some of you, but understand I've been in the funeral business for several years. And the pre-need arrangements that people purchase out of pocket, some of which were $150 a month for one single person, that's bare minimum services, and they had to pay that for 10 years. And the cost of insurance was a part of that monthly payment. So in some cases, if you paid that funeral for 10 years, you were paying for the funeral twice. You were only lucky and got a discount if you died too soon. So that's an incredible opportunity. It's unheard of, really,
Right.
in that industry.
So again, we will be working very closely with Corey to add more and more not product, but add-ons to the Smart program. And hopefully, okay, that every product that we add onto this platform, you will get paid more. So hopefully by, we are counting on that you're not just getting $13 per employee per month, you might be getting 15, 17, $20. Man, again, regardless it's $9.20 or $20.20, you have to start. When are you going to sign up your first company? It's totally up to you. And another question is that what happens if you retire from the company? Then you do not get the benefit. That is exactly what this program is all about. It's called a workplace wellness program. You have to work. You have to pay tax in order for you to get it. Now, if you retire and if you still like all the benefits that you have, then you just have to pay for it yourself. So
That's
again,
right.
because you do not work, there's no more FICA tax to cover all the costs, right? And
Everything covered with freed up tax dollars is portable. If
right,
you leave the business or retire, doesn't matter. You can take them with you. You just be paying for them out of pocket at the same rate.
absolutely, absolutely. So, Caroline, the Fernal package is not there yet, so we are working on it. Okay. Also, Judah is asking, hey, do you need to register the account to get to the marketing material? No, you don't. You already have your website. It's actually in your back office. Log into your back office and you will get it. Okay. Um, uh, Caroline, we don't have to have Corey to repeat. This is recorded. It's going to be on YouTube. Watch it. Okay. Does the company need to have their own health plan in Smurf? Is an addition? That is a good question. Corey, can you answer that?
Absolutely. So, minimum essential coverage is required in order for them to participate in this, right? So, if they don't have a group health plan, though, we're going to make sure that they're provided with a MEC plan, minimum essential coverage, making them compliant. And then the employees can pay for that as well with freed up tax dollars.
Okay, great. I think that's all the questions that we have. This is not a difficult product, but it's a very, very exciting add-on. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have that gold mine. You have that key to the gold mine. And just like Corey said, this is exclusive to Sequoia. No one else out there is promoting something like this. We have a lot of power, tremendous amount of powers to go out there to service our community. And again, it's totally up to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of Sequoia Lending's Wednesday night training. And I hope that every time when you come to a training like this, not just to come for the sake of coming to the training, but also take whatever we share with you. The goal is for you to change your life. The goal is for you to disrupt your financial income. The goal is for you to go out there to let the community know that what you have, what capability that you have to service the community. Okay, guys. So this is all we have. And remember, tomorrow we have another call with Mo's team, and also on Friday night, and next Monday we will resume our Monday night call, Monday night opportunity call, and that call is for you to build your team. Now, the Sequoia platform does not meant for you to do it yourself. It's meant for you to go out there to build a business within this organization. So look at all the product and services that we have. I bet you there's no other platform out there has what we can offer. So don't go out there Monday night, invite the guests who you want to bring them onto this platform. Let them to hear what we have to say. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And I see you at the top. See you next week. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much,
having me.
Corey.
Y'all take
Thank you.
care. Absolutely.
Yep,
God bless
absolutely.
you.